What's up, guys and gals, vapors and vapettes? Vaping Vigilante coming at you today, and thank you for joining me. Now, today I want to bring you something that is my first custom-made box. This guy right here. Now, this box comes from Damien Barnhart, sorry. Shout out to Damien from SubOhmn Box Mods. Now, what this box is, it is a triple series pulse width modulated box. Okay, now it uses a chip from Texas Instruments. This is the pulse width modulation chip. It uses a 10K pot. It has a nice brass clicky button there. Okay, I'm using the Velocity RDA up top. Now, this is a 1590B Hammond box, and it's got the Fat Daddy 30mm 510 connection up top, spring loaded, of course. Now, the beauty of this box is that, one, it allows me to use pretty much anything I want on it. Okay, what I mean from that is the power operating range on this box is 2.21 volts all the way up to 12.4 volts. Okay, now that's a huge range. Now I can use tanks, I can use pretty much any kind of addy I want, fairly any kind of build I want, and it just adjusts my power. Now right now I have the power not turned up. I haven't even gone past half power on this box, so I haven't even approached the full potential power of this particular box. Now, the reason I wanted this box is I've had a number of series boxes, parallel boxes, mechanical boxes, wired boxes, chip boxes, the off the shelf type of mass-produced boxes like the Sigeli 150 and other boxes like that, the SMY boxes and stuff, and they all have their limitations here and there. Now, what I like about this is I have actually used this, turned down, of course, on a .06 build, and it worked. It handled it. Now, there's not many off-the-shelf boxes out there that will handle a build that low. This did. Now, Damien over at SubOhmn Box Mods, he makes a variety of boxes, parallel boxes, series boxes. From the amount of time that I've talked with him and things like that, he appreciates power. And I think his everyday use box is one of his that he built himself, of course, a lipo box. And he is currently building a box for a buddy of mine, Vaping with Twisted 420, shout out to Richard. And this box, I won't spill any of the beans, but it is an extremely powerful box. Now, this one is a very powerful box as well. What I have, like I said, I have used 12 volt series boxes before. I actually did a video on the BC Box Mods triple series box, and it was great. It worked fine. The only drawback was that it was 12 volts all the time. So you had to build, I had to set up an addy specifically with a build specifically to use on that box. And sometimes parallel boxes are probably one of the safest and most stable boxes to work with because they're very simplistic, and your batteries are very safe in a parallel box, but they have limitations on power because it's battery voltage, 3.7 volts, or if you want to say optimum, you get 4.2 volts. Now, with this one, I have been able to run everything. I've used tanks on it. I've used all kinds of drippers. Right now, like I said, I have the Velocity. Let me get some vapor right quick. I'm vaping on some motor oil from Dripaholics. Really, I'm a big fan of Dripaholics line. Probably my favorites, my go-tos are Dreamweaver, which is a peach cobbler, and motor oil, which is supposed to be a warm bananas Foster. And that's what it tastes like. Not a fake banana, but like a real, to me it comes off more like a banana bread. But shout out to Chase, the owner of Voltage Vapor Shop, where Dripaholics come from, and shout out to Sloan, who is the one of the master chefs behind the line of Dripaholics. Shout out to them, giving me some juice and letting me go through the entire line and see what I think. I'm going to have some juice reviews coming up, but which is a new thing for me. I don't typically like doing juice reviews because they're so subjective. But what we're talking about today is the velocity. I'm sorry, the box. Triple Series Pulse Width Modulated box from Damien Barnhart of SubOhmn Box Mods. There isn't a name for this box. He couldn't think of one. I couldn't think of one. And so right now it's just the Triple Series Pulse Width Modulated box mod. Let me take the batteries out right quick and show you the internals. Now, I'm not going to give away any like proprietary or anything like that. I do know, like I said, the chip there, right there in the back, that you can see right there, there's your Pulse Width Modulated chip. That is from Texas Instruments. Now you have some very nice wiring in there. The 10K pot mounted right over here, as you can see, and it has a very nice clicky switch, which I like. And actually, he got that switch from Australia, I believe. And nice sled in there. The batteries hold in nice and tight. It's a good, tidy, clean little setup. He builds his boxes very, very well, and he takes his time. He doesn't rush anything. He doesn't matter how long you've been waiting for it, until it's right, you're not getting it. So as I said, everything else, it's a nice box. He's got put a nice black finish, semi-gloss finish on here for me, but it's your typical Hammond box, so we won't go too far into that. Let me get a little bit more vapor right quick. Performance is excellent. This box has not failed to fire anything that I've put on it, and I really enjoy that. That's the reason I kind of went this direction with a box like this. I wanted a box that I could use for pretty much anything. Now I know you could say that about Sigelis, and you could say that about a lot of box mods out there, but they all have limitations: 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, whatever, their build limitations and things like that. So far, like I said, I fired this on a 0.06, and it fired. It was turned damn near to 0, but it fired just fine. I turned it up a little bit, but then it just got way too hot for me to really vape. You don't typically see being able to put a build like that on a series box. Well, you can if it's unregulated. With this device, it allows me to do that. Now, I'm trying not to make this video too long. I just want to talk about the box a little bit about Damien and how much have I enjoyed it. For those that aren't too familiar with what a pot is, that's a potentiometer. And essentially, anybody that uses hex ohms or no-name boxes or anything like that that have potentiometers on them, you know what they're there for. What a potentiometer does is it is a device that allows you to add resistance, electrical resistance, to a circuit. Now what that does, you add more resistance, you get less voltage. You add less you take away resistance, you get more voltage. That's what this allows it to do. With the pulse width modulation, the benefit there is that the way Damien explained it to me was, it's like taking those freshly charged batteries off the charger, throwing them into a high quality mech mod, and you get that first, those first 4 or 5 pulls are real strong. That's what you get from pulse width modulation pretty much until the batteries are ready to be charged. Now the only thing that this does not have is it has a voltmeter. It was going to come with a voltmeter. He got shipped the wrong voltmeter, and the box fried it. So this eventually will be making its way back to Damien, and he will be putting the proper voltmeter in it, and it will come back so that I can kind of monitor battery voltage and see where I'm at and things. And it actually, the voltmeter that he's putting in here will work with pulse width modulation. Way pulse width modulation is you have a on-off cycle of sorts, okay, and it gives you a lot of power, like I said, for the life of the batteries. And that's what I've seen with this thing. I've vaped on it, and I'm like, you know what, it's got to be getting weak. It never felt like it was getting weak to me, but I thought, all right, I've been using this for several hours, I should charge batteries. Lo and behold, I pull them out and they're right at 3.5, right at the point where they need to be charged. But I couldn't tell it. The thing was still pumping out power and still doing everything I was wanting it to do when I first put them in. So I think y'all should go check him out. Damien Barnhart on Facebook, SubOhmn Box Mods, and like I said, he can build pretty much anything you can think of. If you can pay for it, he can build it. Come up with something crazy, and he's crazy too, so he'll be like, hell yeah, let's try that. But he's big on safety, and just like me, of course, as you can tell, I always stress, use good batteries. These are 35 amp batteries, 2800 mAh CLRD batteries, and always use good batteries, and always use the same batteries when you're putting them in a box. These are all mated together, and they go in here, and I have another set, and never skimp out on batteries, and know what you can handle. Don't get a box that's too much. Now, like I said, with this box, me being able to vary the voltage to my taste or my build or whatever, it allows me to dial it in right where it needs to be. A lot of people, I think, are going into series boxes way too early. You need a little bit, it's a, like I've said before, it's a crawl, walk, run type of scenario. Okay, don't just jump right into a series box if you've never used one before. You need to learn how to do it first. You need to know your build down right. You need to know how to build for certain voltages. That's just part of the learning experience of being a vapor. So, be safe. Go check out Damien Barnhart over at SubOhmn Box Mods, and you can tell him you saw this video, and if you like the box that I've got, you could ask him for a similar box, or you could explore the options with him and get you something unique. But as always, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for everybody out there that has subbed to the channel and helping me grow and supporting me. I really, really appreciate it. I love all the nice comments that I'm getting, and even some of the negative ones, but oh well, somebody's always got to bitch about something, so you can't please all the people all the time. But most of you are out there finding what you're looking for, and I really appreciate it. With that, I'm Vaping Vigilante. Thank you for watching, and remember, vape it like you stole it. I'll see y'all later.